How you doing? Today's episode's going to be about rooftop tents. Now, I did a lot of research before I purchased this tent. It's from Roof Nest. There were more expensive and less expensive tents, but some of the things that I wanted was I wanted a hard shell, not a soft top, so that I could be a little more aerodynamic, have that shell up there. The iCampers and some of the other higher end ones, well, they were higher end on price, but I didn't see anything that would make me think that they were higher end in quality. So the tent I bought was $3,600 or so, and it's so far pretty nice. I've got some questions about it, but I guess that's why we're here now, so I can tell you the things that I like and the concerns I have. It's a beautiful day out here. We're in the mountains, the San Gabriel Mountains. We've got Mount Baldy in the background, so with some little bit of snow left. I'm going to open the tent up. As you're going to see, one of the advantages of having a rooftop tent is the quickness with which it opens. And then we'll go from there. Now, some of the things I want to show you, though, before I do open it up, are some concerns that I have are this. The things that hold it closed. This Velcro right here is one of my concerns, that over time it may give way. And this one here, now I've heard of someone's tent blowing up, and I've also heard of cracks forming in here and in here on these tents. Now, not just the Roof Nest type tent, which we have here, cracks here where the hinges are as well. So, oh, by the way, let me show you this. This is Baden Powell, named after the founder of the Boy Scouts, Colonel Baden. Over there is Mount Baldy on the left, West Baldy on the right. Behind the trees over there is Pinyon Ridge, and straight out that little knob right out there, that's Pine Mountain. That's the toughest hike I've ever done. Everything else in this thing is pretty good. But those are my concerns about this tent. So right now, I'm going to open this Roof Nest. It is the Roof Next Condor that fits my Z-Road rack perfectly. Does not go over the back and does not extend too far from the front, so it doesn't go over my cab, which I like. So right now, let's see how long it takes me to open this tent up. Now essentially that's it. What you see is the ladder telescopes in and out. You want to keep these high according to the instructions. We have the same type of setup on the sides. So when we open up our windows so we can have cross ventilation because it's on both sides. And on the roof nest it has a sunroof, so which is kind of nice, or a moonroof. But it doesn't take much to set these up. It also comes with bags that hang down here. They come inside here. It just slides inside this rail. You can put your shoes and other items in it, although for me, I like to keep my boots and shoes with me in case I need them quickly. But there's not much to setting these up. They're actually pretty easy. Much easier than a ground tent of comparable sizes. Now they're pricey, definitely pricey. But if you're going to use it a lot, then it's worth it. Now, this is what it looks like up here. And you can kind of see inside, but let's move the fly screen. And this can be tied up as well. Now, it came with a privacy tent and some other things that we could, pouches that we can put on the front here. And those windows right there will open up, and they have the same rods. There's more rods in here that would open those up all the way. You can see the springs. Now it's quite roomy in here, and this is actually a 4-season tent made by Roof Nest. So not bad. And the cushion, well, the cushion is pretty nice. You see how thick it is, and it's not bad, although I usually use a thermarest in here on top of this as well. So you got pouches, different places. This is actually something to keep air coming through there. There's a one on the outside as well. Same thing here where there's a seam. This will keep that from air coming through there. And I've seen people camping in here in the snow. So let's get in here. For our purposes, this is our sunroof up here. So if you wanted to see the stars, you certainly could. In this case, you could see the sky. And not bad, honestly. There is a light up there, an LED light, and when you plug in the little battery with a USB cord right here, and there you go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, I'm a side sleeper, a back sleeper. The only place I don't sleep is on my stomach. So this thing has to be comfortable. Because after a long, hard day of exploring and filming and doing all the things that I do, when it's time to sleep, I want to sleep. I don't want to be woken up because my body says, hey, this is uncomfortable. So right now, I'm liking this. Other than my concerns, I'm liking this. How cool is that? Okay, once you have it up, you're going to want to come through here and push these down so that, as I showed you on the inside, you don't get air through that seam. I want to touch on a subject that I've also heard people say, that sleeping in a rooftop tent is safer than sleeping on a ground tent because of predators, animals, bears. Let's take bears as an example. Because I've never met a bear who could not climb that ladder. They can climb straight up a tree. And if you say, well, yeah, but the grizzlies can't. Well, the grizzlies will just pull the whole truck over, including the tent and the ladder. As a matter of fact, I would say the one thing I would be a little curious about is down here, there is nothing holding that but just friction from here to here. And I would like to see some sort of support down there that would keep that thing from kicking out if a bear happened to walk between the ladder and the truck and knocked it open. Next thing you know, this thing's coming down. So maybe it would be a good idea to have like some sort of stake system or some way to secure it to the ground so it doesn't move in or out. That way we're not falling out of the tent in the middle of the night. Now, as far as rodents, and they can all climb. You cannot keep a rodent out. So I don't see that these are, I think it's a myth, and I think it's a false sense of security to think that you're safer in a rooftop tent. The only advantage you have, I would say, is in a rooftop tent, you have high ground. Now, high ground's pretty important. So with that said, having high ground could make a difference, especially in time and reaction. But as far as being safer, the only safe way to keep bears out of your tent is keep food odors out of your tent. Keep food out of your tent. Don't eat in your tent. Don't drink things in your tent that the bear's gonna want to consume. And I mean something as simple as toothpaste. Bears love toothpaste. They'll go right in that tent to get that toothpaste. So chapstick that's flavored. You want to keep all that stuff that bears will eat out of your tents. There's not a large predator that can't get in that tent if he wants in that tent. So from that standpoint, that is a false sense of security. Okay, let's put this thing away now. And that is about all there is to it. How cool is that?